Legacy Internet Radio. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. live from the den. Legacy Internet Radio. As I told you guys, it was a very, 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 very quick break. I wanted to make sure that we kind of transitioned there. I want to make sure that we roll through and get a couple of quick hits in. Brother Ozias, before we do that, you had some questions in from social media that you had. Go ahead and pose that question to the panel, and we're going to move on to some other stuff after we kind of.
This question is open to the panel. The question is, get this right. Hang on. The question is this. How is you guys' way, like, or what is you guys' way? How's how you're living making anything better? Like, what way you have other than your, because we have our source. They're asking how, because you're hearing our source of we're saying to return back to the scriptures. But how's your way making anything better?
I think conceptually, again, I keep using that SAT word. What you guys use is a is a handicap to me, a good handicap, but you fall back on a handicap. I don't have a way to figure out everything, and I'm not looking to figure out everything. I got some friends that were saved by Christianity and are brilliant people now, but they were assholes and mean and selfish before that. Whatever you can do to make your life better, the next man's life better, that's what I'm for. But I'm not out here to try to make a way to or serve as an example for the world. My job is to just take a step, take a right foot and then a left foot, and then show people by living examples how you should be treating people how you want to be treated. But I don't look for, like, I don't fall back on God or fall back on Buddhism or fall back on yoga or anything to make my life better. I'm just out here living, trying to treat people like they want to be treated.
But that's why I understand what you said, but the question was, how's that making anything better? It ain't. So the next thing is Flint.
Well, I definitely believe it is.
But we in Richmond right now, we're at the total number of 11 murders.
I got you.
In the last 2 weeks.
I got you.
That's not helping.
I got you, Ozias. But my response to that is when I asked y'all earlier, how's your way making anything better?
We said we're looking at it. You're looking at us. You're looking at us.
I'm looking at y'all.
Here's the example. You got brothers from all walks of life.
I mentioned earlier. Hold on. We're not going to do the crosstalk in this segment because we're running out of time. Okay? So I'm going to say this and we're going to move on. Basically, like I said earlier, you can say that as loud as you want, but your way ain't making nobody better either, other than you all. You know what I mean? And so unless you can show me that what you have done is making people better than the Christians have, than the the Muslims have, the 5%ers have, the agnostics have, everybody is maintaining the best that they can. Everybody's doing what they can do. When you ask that question, how is your way making, other people better? I'm taking care of me. I'm making sure that people around me, similar to how this brother said, I'm leading by example, which is what you all are doing. You're leading by example, and you're trying to share with the masses the way that you live.
Right, but let me explain.
So I have not seen anything different.
I think what you're saying is disingenuous.
Since 70 AD.
Let me go back to you. I think what you're saying is somewhat disingenuous because you haven't been in our shoes right now. We have brothers who have turned over a life from being stick-up kids, from robbing and stealing people, which automatically affects your life. You want to know how? Because when they go in Food Lion and steal, the owner of Food Lion says, "I got to raise my prices." That affects you, brother. That's why we said everything ultimately affects our people in the circle. Hold on. That's a true statement, because if somebody has to replenish products stolen, we're talking about gains and losses. They're gonna have to raise the cost in somewhat to cover that. Hold on. So hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish. Go ahead, finish quick. Let me finish.
Finish.
Going into Flint, because we got to get back to the story at hand.
Yeah, go ahead.
Going into Flint, goes right back into the same thing. Our people are in deplorable situations. Have you heard about Beverly Hills water situation?
Never.
Okay. Have you heard about, man?
You're not going to.
That's my point. So wherever our people are at, the scriptures, we're reading scriptures that's pointing to our current situation. I told this brother off air, he's missing pieces of the puzzle all the way around. He don't understand prophecies. We're reading to you prophecies written 4,000 plus years ago of our current situation for not following laws. And what he said was true. It's not disingenuous. It's going over people's heads. This is a biblical, hold on, I'm finished. This Bible is not only just a book of words. It's a book of prophecies. It's a book of history. We can go in here and pull our history out of here. So to return as a people, to help the Flint situation, if we had unity, we can help that situation. But since everybody's underneath the different guys of, I do myself, brother, then guess what? You ultimately hurting your own nation.
AJ?
Yeah, I'd just be careful how you interpret. I'd be careful how you interpret my my capability of understanding what y'all are spewing right now. Anyway, let's table that. And so you guys have a very myopic view on the world, and it's not. Black people are not the ones that are always getting fucked up. You know who is? Black people, Asian people, Chinese people, Australians.
Name the last Chinese person that got jacked up.
Well,
go.
Listen, see,
you on deck. You on deck. You on deck.
That's where you're misguided, my good, knowledgeable friend. You don't live in China. You don't know that they
live in a society that has global news 24/7, brother.
If you're gonna
give me another person. Give me another person.
I will make a concession to you right now. I will have to make a concession to you because if you believe that this doesn't happen in other countries in the world, then perhaps you need to read the newspaper or the magazine.
Didn't say that.
Hold on. Ain't no half Steppin with Marcus J. Live from the Den. Legacy Internet Radio. We had a caller, but we lost a caller. I want to address what you said when you referenced me being disingenuous. Again, I respect what you guys are saying. I don't agree with it all. I agree with some. I wouldn't say that you guys are disingenuous, so I didn't really care for you saying that I was. But that's fine because I
said your statement.
But I know that it wasn't said with any malice. I know it wasn't because it's all love here. But I will say that the brothers in the Nation of Islam would make that same statement that you just made. They would make the exact same statement about how they turned stick-up kids into good brothers who took care of their families, who opened up businesses, who did everything the right way. And so, again, where you lose me and where you lose probably a lot of the people in the room and some of the listeners, because I know there's a lot of people that are listening, and that agree with you, because you got a lot of stuff that's worthy to be agreed with. But when you say a statement like that, you say a statement like what I said was disingenuous, you follow it up with that, to me it just rings a bit hollow. And that's what I want to say with that. But I respect what
that's because you haven't been on group boots to the ground.
Well, you don't know that.
With us.
With you.
Marcus,
fair enough.
Let me interject now. I want to read John 14, verse 6, because everybody else who's made some quote-unquote movement, they did it wrong, okay? Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, okay? Our leaders, Marcus Garvey, they did it wrong. Go to John 14, verse 6.
John 14, verse 6. Jesus saith unto him, I am the way.
See, Christ is the way. Everybody want to know what's the way. Well, Christ is the way. He's the way we got to follow, all right? We got to come back as the children of Israel. We can't come back as Muslims. We can't come back as Baptists. We got to come back as the children of Israel, the Israelites. Read.
The truth.
He's the truth. What does the truth mean? When you go to Psalms 119, verse 142, the truth means thy law is truth. Christ kept the commandments perfect. That's why we got to follow him. Read.
And the life.
And the life. To get eternal life, the kingdom, meaning rulership on this earth, brother. Not some pie out of the sky. Ruling over the nations. See, a lot of our people can't fathom that. They don't want to rule over the nations. They don't want to govern the nations. They don't want to take their rightful place. Shame on them. They don't want to repent. So what do you think is going to happen? Death. That's what's going to happen. Read that part again.
Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life.
Go ahead.
No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
So only way you got to come to the Most High through Christ. Go to Isaiah 30, verse 20 and 21. Let's read that real quick. Because I'm standing here, well, what's the way? What do we got to do? The way is right before us. We got to follow Christ as Israelites, not in Christianity. That's religion. The word religion comes from an old Greek word, religio. It means to hold back, keep down, divide and conquer. That's what it does. All right, read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity,
come on,
and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore.
See, the teachers ain't going to be removed in a corner anymore. The Most High is now raising up his teachers to bring forth this truth, all right? Because every other way we tried ain't work. Because there's only one truth on the planet Earth and many lies. Read.
But thy eyes shall see thy teachers.
But thy eyes shall see thy teachers. You got some of them right in front of you. Come on.
And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee saying, this is the way.
Saying what?
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way, brothers and sisters, following Christ.
I'm gonna have to stop you because, again, in the interest of time, Hakeem is asking pretty much the same question that Shayna asked earlier in the show. He asked, "Do you guys followers of Yahweh ben Yahweh?"
No.
Okay, simply. That's all we needed on that one. All right, real quick. Yes, something? Go ahead, Didi. Hold on, I can't hear you. Turn the mic back. I don't know. Yeah, it's off. Flip the switch. Hold on. Okay, there you go.
I'm sorry. This is something that was said earlier about the emotions, the feelings, how we're speaking from emotion. And I said something about tone. The way they read and the way you speak are two different tones. And if you've got to have some type of emotion or feeling to speak the way that you're speaking. Because if you don't feel or believe what you're saying, how can you speak it so that someone else is willing to follow you as they have?
Sister.
That's not feeling or emotion?
Sister.
Yes, sir.
Your questions are filled with much semantics. But
what are the semantics?
Listen.
What are the semantics in my question?
Remember, we are commanded to cry aloud. Right?
Yes, and
so
that's what I'm saying.
I lift up my voice.
Yes.
So now you perceive emotion from that? Me lifting up my voice?
Not the way you're saying it now. I do not.
I'm saying it right now. My voice is at the same way.
It's not the same tone as it's been all night. No, it's not.
So
it is
now,
not.
If you want to measure my tone or my inflections of my voice as weighing as emotions, you're missing the point.
Right now, because it's not doing the same thing.
Don't confuse my passion for the word of the Most
Passion is a what?
It's an emotion.
That's all I wanted you to say.
Okay,
that's
so
it.
now,
Thank
you.
Because I love the Lord and I'm raising my voice.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay, so now.
So why can't I speak the same way when I'm speaking my truth and when I'm responding? Why can't we respond the same way?
Again, because you're saying you're speaking your truth, your feelings, how you think.
So that's why I can't be emotional about that.
You being emotional, meaning in so many words, you are rebellious to the words of the Most High. When the scriptures come out, you're saying, oh, this is my reason why I won't keep the law.
No, I have no reason other than I'm not doing it.
You told us earlier you don't follow the traditional law.
But I didn't give you a reason.
You wear pants.
I didn't give you a reason, though, did I?
That reason is
I just said I don't follow the traditional law.
The reason is your lust to want to wear pants. That's the reason.
No.
Because you hate the law. That's the reason.
That's not the reason.
I
don't hate the law. If that were the case,
you better own that.
If I hated the law,
hold on.
That means I don't love Christ.
Hold on.
That I don't believe that Jesus is Emmanuel is my Savior.
There's too much cross talking because we it's picking up on the mic. Cross talking, folks.
On the mic.
Quiet down.
I don't want to have to shut the show down. We got about 20 more minutes to go, but we got to chill it. We got to chill it down so we can go. Here's, I guess, the thing that I would tend to agree with the sister, and then I want to move on. I'm going to make this statement, and we're going to move on. Where she mentioned the passion. Passion is a word that's based in emotion. You mentioned semantics. That can be semantics, but I think that was kind of a chip in her little till there. So it's fine. I
knew where she was going. That's why I gave it to her.
And I got you. And you did. And you did.
You gave it to me.
Because I knew she was trying to set me up with the word passion.
We're not playing.
I just wanted to answer.
We're not scoring points. But I want to take the last few minutes here before we go into the final segment, which is our rants and closings, where everybody has an opportunity to say their final words. We never really did get to the heart of the matter of this segment, which was the salvation of Israel. And so I want one of you guys to jump in here, and I'm going to shut up until it's time for me to close the segment. You guys have 6 minutes to give me the salvation of Israel before we go into the final break of the night. And the unfortunate reality is we just got so much passion in the show tonight.
Right.
Yeah, we
and you also
just
wanted
ended
me to
up
make a statement on Martin Luther King, right?
Yeah, I mean, and with it being Martin Luther King night, so I'm going to save that for the end. We'll say that for the end. And so let's salvation of Israel, because that was an agenda topic that you guys brought that you definitely want to get in. I can temper my stuff.
All right, and I'll make it brief. Brothers and sisters who are listening, okay, quickly write it down. All right, hopefully I won't be interrupted. Let's get to Revelation chapter 2 and verse 26.
The book of Revelations, chapter 2 and verse 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
See, a lot of our people don't understand what salvation truly is. It's rulership, okay? Christ says, and he that overcometh, overcome what? Overcome sin, all right? And keepeth his works to the end, all right? Meaning his laws to the end, meaning to the end of your life or to when Christ comes back. Because a lot of our people don't think Christ's going to come crack open the sky with the host of angels. It's happening. Babylon the Great, America, he going to come and destroy this place, and only a third of our people are going to be delivered. Read.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
That's what Christ's going to do. He going to rule the nations with a rod of iron, all right? Beat them into submission. Have them as slaves. That's what's going on, because you can't have a kingdom unless you have slaves. All right? Unless you have captives. Did we not build up America? You better believe it, because we are the slaves. But the Most High is a just power. Read.
As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers.
Shall they be broken to shivers. This is what the Lord's saying. Get the book of Isaiah chapter 60. Real quick that you may understand. All right? Isaiah chapter 60. And I want verse, you know what? I want chapter 14, verse 1 through 3. For those of you to understand.
What about those who don't?
All right. Still, in due time, they'll get it. Lord's will. Okay. That's why we're being patient. Okay? No, Isaiah 14, verse 1.
That was a pointed question. Okay.
Isaiah 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
See, the Lord, at the end of it, he's going to have mercy on his people, the children of Israel. Jacob, come on.
And will yet choose Israel.
And will yet choose who?
Israel.
Israel is the only nation the Lord loves. He's going to yet choose Israel that repent and keep his commandments. Read.
And set them in their own land.
And set them in their own land, back to our homeland, Jerusalem. Israel. Read. Because the people who are there are not the people of the Lord. Imposters. Read.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
Now, this is what you need to listen to. The strangers, meaning the other nations, going to be joined with the nation of Israel. Let's see how they're going to be coming. Let's see if they're going to be coming singing and dancing. Read.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
And the people, meaning the children of Israel, shall take them, after Christ comes back and sets up the kingdom, shall take them, read.
And bring them to their place.
And bring them to their place, read.
And the house of Israel shall possess them.
Shall what?
Possess them.
Shall possess. Y'all know what the word possess means. We've been hearing about concepts all night. So that's another SAT word. Means own. Shall possess them. Read.
In the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
In the land of the Lord for what?
Servants and handmaids.
What's a servant and a handmaid? A slave. Okay? That's salvation for you so-called blacks and Hispanics. Rulership over the earth. Okay? That's what you got to understand. All right? But you must humble yourselves first in knowing who you are, that you are the children of Israel. You must repent and keep the commandments as the Israelites. This is what you must do. Come on.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. Go ahead.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
And the Israelites going to rule over who?
Their oppressors.
That's going to be the answer, because we serve a just power. We're going to rule over our oppressors. You want to know the way? The way is right before us. The way is right before us. That's why the other men couldn't get it right. Go to Revelation 13, verse 9. Let's see if Christ is in agreement with this.
The book of Revelations, chapter 13 and verse 9.
Go ahead.
If any man have an ear,
If any man have an ear, if you got a spiritual ear and you hear this word, read.
Let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity.
He that leadeth into captivity. Were we not led into captivity? Were we not brought in chains and bondage and whipped for over 400 years? Did that not happen? He that leadeth into captivity, what's going to happen?
Shall go into captivity.
Shall what?
Shall go into captivity.
Shall go into captivity. That's a future prophecy, brother. That's what's going to happen, brother. You should rejoice. But here's the way. We got to humble ourselves. Get ourselves together if you want that power, okay? But a lot of so-called blacks and Hispanics, all they want to do is run the corner, sell drugs, sell poison to our people. They're not thinking about this power that's set up to have this. We not, like I said, these brothers you see before us, we don't come off of spaceships, man. We coming out the world, out of the life of sin. And the promise the Most High is making the children of Israel, the scripture says he's a man that he should not lie. Okay? He said we're going to go into slavery. We went into slavery.
Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. I told y'all that I would give y'all that time, and I wouldn't jump in, and I'm not going to. I'm not going to respond to it simply because I respect where you was coming from. And so we're going to take our final break of the night. We come back. We're going to go through our rants. We're going to go through our closings. Anybody in the room, there's a lot of folks who haven't said much, and that's fine. I respect that because there's a lot going on. If you want to grab the mic and give a rant or a closing today,